Name a more iconic duo then.
A twink.
And a redhead.
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 A twink.
And a redhead. Hello, everyone.
Hi, you guys.
It's us. It's us. Ash and Grant. It's us. It's us.
Ash and Grant, and this is a twink and a redhead.
Hey, hey, hey.
How are you guys?
Hi.
Hey, Ash.
How was your week?
It was good. I want to say something from the last episode. I have some air to clear. Is that the saying? Unfortunately, when we were talking about Webkins,
Oh no.
you were freaking out about the cheeky dog.
Oh, it's so important that you address this.
I did not own
And I knew you
the
didn't.
cheeky dog. I went back later that night. I was like, wait, did I actually own the cheeky dog? And I Googled the cheeky dog. I did not have that dog.
Grant, I knew you didn't own the cheeky dog when we were talking, because if you did, that would have been your entire personality when you were a kid. I don't think you understand the status symbol it was to be a kid in elementary school with a damn cheeky dog.
Really?
It was literally like having a Rolex when you're 8.
Yeah, I had the Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah.
But that was one of the OGs.
And you could get that at any ordinary Toys R Us, local toy store, probably grocery store, a Hallmark store for sure sold those.
Yeah. Hallmark was weird for Webkins.
It was.
Whatever.
And Vera Bradley.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
It was,
That was
yeah.
like their specialty.
Hallmark was so weird.
It was, but I kind of like it. Like, I'd love a store with just like a fuck ton of tchotchkes.
What's a tchotchke?
A tchotchke is like a little trinket. Just a little trinket.
Hallmark was like where grandmas went to shop. Like, I'm sorry.
Like grandmas that like to go to the beach.
Yeah, no, like a grandma in like a floral type of outfit would
Yeah.
like walk into Hallmark.
Yeah.
Do you know the Hallmark I'm talking about? Why it was like in a corner.
Yeah. I know
It was
exactly
like
where
something
it was.
about it gives me anxiety. It was kind of dark, was it not?
Oh, I liked it.
Hallmark's just.
I
so
always
weird.
had like Vera Bradley lunch boxes, and I would get them from there.
Yeah, I remember your Vera Bradley lunchbox. You had that in high school as well, didn't you?
No, I was a brown paper bag girl in high school.
Oh, you're trying to humble yourself.
I was trying to humble myself. Well, because then it became not cool to have a lunchbox. Like, you had to have a brown
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah, because.
But I did, senior year, I did go to the Disney store in the mall, and I bought like a Pumbaa from Lion King lunchbox because I was just like quirky.
Yeah, it was like ironic.
Yeah, it was like, I'm so silly. Look at this lunchbox. And then
Someone stole it?
I think like over like Thanksgiving break or something, like I went on vacation and I left some food in there. And I think it got a little gross.
No.
Yeah, I think I threw it out.
Pumbaa's inside got turned inside out. Oh,
You could say that.
yeah.
Anyway,
Who's Pumbaa?
Pumbaa's the like hog.
Oh my god, I
Timon's
thought it was the
friend,
lion.
Timon's little buddy, voiced by Seth Rogen in the live action film, I believe.
Was it shaped like Pumbaa?
What?
Or it was just like, for whatever reason, I'm picturing the lunchbox as like
No.
shaped like Pumbaa.
No, I think it was just his face.
Oh.
And now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been Timon. It was one of those characters.
Do you have people you work with who or you see people on the subway who have like a lunchbox?
No.
It's like endearing.
I wish I did that. Like, I would save so much money.
Yeah.
And I'd probably eat healthier if I just like carried around a lunchbox. But I'm so lazy. I just can't bring it. Like, I can't bring myself to pack a lunch.
No, and yeah, the way you go into the office and then you spend $100.
No,
Just
it's
on food
like a
or,
week, like for lunch.
$100 a week. I feel like I spend $50.
Oh, I feel like I always buy
$50
the
a
same
day.
$18 panini.
Really, from where Pret?
No, it's like random coffee shop near my office.
You used to love talking about Pret
I
after
did.
you studied abroad.
I literally thought I thought Pratt was like the best place ever. And to be fair, like it is.
Ashley studied abroad in London, like whatever year in college, and came back and was gagging over Pret.
But Pret's coffee is like repulsive, like
It's
yuck.
not that good.
But in Europe, Pret's are better. Like I do think that. But it's very like if there's a Pret by your office or like it is pretty convenient for lunch. There's a lot of different options and it's pretty affordable.
Yeah, it's quick, it's fast.
I feel like Pret is what Panera has gone down a crazy fucking rabbit hole. They're selling pizza now?
Panera needs a branding, like they need to figure their shit out.
Panera is what it is. It is glorified hospital food and I eat that up.
Yeah.
Like it's good. Like that mac and cheese, it's like a little dry and I'll still eat it up. I will.
Ashley and I frequented Panera like every day in high school.
No, I would say we would switch between we would go to Panera like 2 or 3 times a week. We'd go to Wendy's a ton senior year.
Yeah.
We loved Wendy's.
Yeah.
And also like Wendy's when we were like later in high school it became like a hangout spot. Like we'd go there with like 12 friends
so
and we'd sit there for like 2 hours. And then we loved going through the McDonald's drive-thru.
Yeah. That Wendy's was like not even like a new Wendy's. It was like the old Wendy's.
It was so good.
And it had a oh my god, the Wendy's sunroof. You know what I'm talking about? Like a greenhouse vibe.
Oh, it was
It
like
had
you're in like a
that.
solarium.
Yeah. Those old Wendy's, the baked potato era. That says a lot about our town because like literally.
Yeah, but now there's like a fancy new McDonald's. Like it's really fancy.
But I'm saying like we went to Wendy's to hang out.
No, exactly. Yeah, there's not much
the other options,
like
Applebee's or someone's
but
backyard
Applebee's
in the
was
woods.
like the late night spot on like the weekends, and then Wendy's was like we all were hanging out after school, and now it's like 8 p.m. We're gonna go to Wendy's. I feel like that was the vibe.
Yeah. Wendy's was fucking. I love Wendy's.
Wendy's is my favorite fast food place.
What do you think is the best chicken nugget?
Wendy's. 1,000%.
Wendy's gets a little like they're so good, but like I get a little skeevy at Wendy's chicken nuggets.
No,
they're a little battery. Like they're battery.
Oh,
like,
I think
like,
I know what you mean.
They're like a little too moist.
I
for
like
me.
I like Wendy's and then
You know who's the fucking worst?
Burger King.
Yeah.
It's like spongy.
What the fuck were they
spongy.
thinking?
And their fries aren't good either. Like McDonald's, honestly, like when the nuggets are like crispy, oof, they're good. But like I go to McDonald's for the fries and the Coke.
Yeah, always.
Wendy's, I know I'm gonna have a great meal all around, and Wendy's offers root beer, and root beer is my favorite soda. So Wendy's, like I know I'm gonna have a good fucking meal.
Yes, and Frosties are
and
so
same
good.
with Chick-fil-A. I'm sorry, I don't stand by what they support, but damn,
they make some good.
They make some good chicken nuggets and those waffle fries.
Oh,
I also love the way they serve their ketchup.
I had Chick-fil-A this past weekend to close out Pride Month. Sorry, I dated the podcast. We're in July right now. But the last weekend of June, sorry, I went to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Had a great meal.
There's nothing wrong with
You
that.
know, my logic, I always explain this logic to people and they look at me like I'm like so dumb. I'm like, okay, well, these people don't like gay people. They don't want to serve me. I find it empowering that they are serving me and I'm eating their food that they took time to make.
I've had a gay friend once who was like, I deal with enough. I'm not going to boycott Chick-fil-A, but straight people should. Like to be an ally. Like I want the chicken, so I'm going to get it, but if you're an ally, like you won't do it. I was like, damn, too fucking shay.
Yeah, straight people, Ashley, you should not eat Chick-fil-A, and the comments that you made earlier are enough to get you canceled.
That I eat Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, because you're straight, allegedly.
Yeah.
And
I love Chick-fil-A.
One thing about us is we were offered a brand deal for Chick-fil-A, and we said yes.
We were offered $250,000 to not celebrate Pride.
And so that's why
That's
We
why
we did a Pride Corner video and we were like, come back here every week. Nope, we only did one because we were offered a brand deal.
We were offered
Chick-fil-A.
$250,000.
And part of that deal was to not
And
celebrate
that's
Pride.
what paid for this neon sign hanging above our heads.
This beautiful
Wayfair
couch
couch
right
cost
now.
$50,000, and this hand-painted, stitched neon sign.
That says
It was
atwinkandaredhead.
the electrical wires were a team of 5 electricians actually custom did this wiring.
Yeah. For those
This
of you,
cost about $70,000.
For those of you listening, we have like a YouTube where we post the videos. Like, it's actually so funny because the video is such bad quality.
It's really bad quality, and you know what? It's part of our brand.
It is part of it. We're sitting on our couch in our apartment with like this weird setup. I have a Hunger Games blanket on. Ashley has some floral blanket on.
I'm literally like pantsless under here.
Yeah. And we're just here.
In my this looks like a Vera Bradley blanket actually. Anyway, I think we should get into the topic of the week.
Yes. So today's word of the episode is fandoms. Woo! Okay, so today we are discussing some fandoms that we have been a part of growing up. Specifically for me, the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Really crazy. And then, we'll talk about being Swifties because me and Ashley are both really big Swifties.
Yeah.
Ashley will talk about her relation with fandoms, whatever. But fandoms, should I just address the elephant in the room?
The Hunger Games?
Yeah.
I also want to share my perspective as one of your peers during this era.
That would be very interesting to hear because me looking back out of it now, I'm like, wow. But let me just get into it.
We were all thinking, wow, too.
In the moment.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So back in 6th grade, I picked up a little book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. And as I was reading it, I found out that they were making a movie. And so I had already seen the Twilight whole thing unravel, and my mom and my sister and my aunt, like, they all read the Twilight books, and then they were like so obsessed with the movies, and I was like, I want that experience. And so they announced the movie, and I was like, oh my god, like, I love this book, I'm so intrigued by it, I'm gonna follow every single movie update. And girl, it just snowballed. Like, my Instagram handle was Grant Everdeen.
Was it Grant Everdeen before the movie even came out?
Yes, it was Grant. Yeah, it was Grant _ G. And I put the _G at the end there because my last name is Gibbs. And I wanted people to be like, who knew me, to be like, oh, it's Grant. It's Grant. But
Jesus Christ.
So anyways, it like really spiraled. I feel like I was one of like the first like Hunger Games influencers. Like, you know how there are influencers specific to fandoms now, like Swiftie, like this person's a famous Swift talker. I feel like I was one of the OG girlies who was like I'm Grant, but I'm a Hunger Games fan. Like,
it
influencer.
Was so ingrained in your identity at the time that it's like all anyone knew of you was like you were obsessed with the Hunger Games. And honestly, Grant, like, there was a time where it's like all you would talk about. Like, it wasn't even possible to have a conversation with you.
I don't even know. My room was covered in posters. Like,
no. That does not even do it justice, Grant. His blankets were Hunger Games. His tchotchkes, there would be like Hunger Games figurines. There was every fucking wall space was covered with Hunger Games posters. There was a Katniss cardboard cutout in the corner.
Oh god, that's a
there
whole
was.
other thing.
Did you have a rug? Why do I feel like you had a rug?
No, but I hung up one of the blankets on over my window and used it as drapes.
Okay. You
rug?
also hung up a blanket in your college dorm room. Can I just side note real quick? Let's stop using blankets as wall decor. Because you did that in college too. And I remember you invited me to your dorm like the weekend we moved in. And I was like, we're still doing that, huh?
Oh my god. Okay, well, listen.
Anyway, sorry.
I think So yeah, I loved the Hunger Games because I thought Katniss Everdeen was a bad bitch, and I thought the story was like really cool, and I love like dystopian. I guess I honestly could not tell you what drew me, but also if we're digging deep into the psychology, I think I used it as a way to like distract from the fact that I was gay. Like I'm not Grant the gay kid. I'm Grant the kid who's obsessed with the Hunger Games, which honestly, what's worse? Probably the latter.
And it wasn't hiding that.
No.
It wasn't.
But I worked for a fan site. So, okay, I had Hunger Games fan pages that I was a part of. I didn't create them, but I like very much, I joined them and I became admins for them. There was this big page called the Hunger Games memes, which was like, honestly, my brand. Like, I love funny stuff and I love the Hunger Games. And so they basically posted like funny Hunger Games things. And so I was admin Plutarch. We had we had different names, but I also became a little Hunger Games like celebrity in that realm. And then the Katniss cardboard cutout came around, and this was another thing I feel like I don't really know. It made it a bit, I guess. Like maybe I was just ahead of my time with my comedy. It was a bit, but me and the Katniss cardboard cutout online essentially were like married. And so I would Photoshop pictures of us together. I would take her everywhere. Like we had a pool in my backyard. She went swimming with me. She was there's literally a picture of me and her in bed. Like she's on the side of a road with me.
In your senior
Oh my God.
portrait.
I took my
Yeah.
senior high school portraits with her. It was like a whole thing.
Yeah,
And
y'all are probably like, oh, he was 14. That's cute. This man was 18 taking these photos with a damn cardboard cutout for his senior portraits.
okay, I'm going chronologically. Okay, so
Sorry,
you're
sorry.
spoiling. So, anyways, I became a little Hunger Games influencer, and I was working for this website. Shout out jabberjays.net. They're still a thing. Period. Anyways, I was in 8th grade. I somehow won a sweepstakes to go to the set of Catching Fire in Atlanta, Georgia. And so me and my mom were flown out by Lionsgate and we stayed in Atlanta, and then we went to literally like the set of where they filmed the cornucopia, and we got to like watch them film. And I didn't meet like Jennifer Lawrence, but honestly, I don't even know if I saw her. Like I tell everyone, I'm like, she was out filming like on the cornucopia, but I think they told us that was her stunt double. So it might have been Jennifer Lawrence, but she was like literally out on like
You only saw one
the
day of
island.
filming?
Yeah, but we toured like all the sets. So we saw like the cornucopia set, which is where they were filming that day, and then we went to like this convention center where you're yawning.
Yeah, I've heard this a million times.
Oh my God.
No, just kidding.
Anyways, we toured all the sets, and I remember the hovercraft. We went into the hovercraft set, and they were like so strict about like, don't touch anything. Like these are still like active sets or whatever. Like we still need to use them and film them. Like please don't touch anything. We're in the hovercraft, and I turn around, and my mom is sitting sitting in one of the chairs. And the lady's like, ma'am, can you please get up? And I was so embarrassed. My mom was like, I'm tired.
You were like, Mom! Like, I know you were so mad.
Yeah, I was definitely pissed. And my mom was literally like, what? I'm tired. And you know what? Good for her. But yeah, basically it was just like I had such a crazy obsession. And then I got to go to the premieres as well. I went to the Catching Fire premiere. I went to the Mockingjay Part 1 premiere. And we both went to the Mockingjay Part 2
I was
premiere.
Grant's +1 to
Kinda
the Mockingjay Part 2 premiere.
Except you didn't get the VIP. You didn't get the VIP treatment like I did.
No, I got the VIP treatment.
Oh, well, you kind of
didn't.
did.
I literally got better treatment than Grant on the red carpet. Like, Grant's section was supposed to like be for like the diehard fans, the ones who are going to be like on the front lines of this red carpet,
And
like,
you would-
meeting the celebrities.
You would think it was in a good location. It was like the celebrities got out their cars, went right on like this photo op area, and then we were like right there. Like you would think they would come right to us next.
But Grant's mom and myself, we were like on this barricade. Like, it looked like we're in like the middle of the carpet. They were like that's where they beelined to. They would go down the whole row, meeting people, hugging people, signing autographs. I literally have pictures with like all of them.
She literally talk about the Sharpie.
Oh, so Grant had like an autograph book and a Sharpie, and then he gave me and his mom one because he was like, if I can't get someone's signature, like, you guys need to try to do it. We got all the fucking signatures because they came right to us. And Jennifer Lawrence wasn't taking selfies with people or anything, but she was signing autographs, and she had this beautiful, because this was during her like Christian Dior sponsored partnership era. She had this beautiful like a blanket of snow on a forest floor. That was the color. That was how crisp this white was, this coat.
Yeah.
And I hand her the Sharpie to sign this book, but the Sharpie did not have a cap on. And I got blue Sharpie on the sleeve of her crisp paper white jacket, and she was mad.
What did she do?
She just kind of looked at it and was like you could just tell, like, in her head, she was like, this fucking moron. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I don't think she finished like the line of like people, which, like, to be fair, like
I'm done.
I would be so mad if this stupid 15-year-old got Sharpie on my white jacket. Like, I'd be mad. So I totally get her. And she didn't react that badly. Like, she was just like, oh, fuck, and then just, like, walked inside. Like, I would be like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, you're a fucking moron.
Seriously, you stupid bitch.
Like, this is, I mean, she was probably, like, didn't even own it, but anyway.
Yeah. I remember that day, like, seeing the area where you guys were, and she was there, like, across the way from me, and I was just screaming, Jennifer! And she did not turn around. Did you
ever come close to meeting her?
No, that was the closest. I was like, I've seen her in real life 4 times, if that one time it was her out there. But I've never met her. I've met like Josh Hutcherson.
I feel like he is so nice.
He is. I met him on the set.
Liam was so nice to everyone in the line where we were standing. Like,
with him
he
too.
would like take his time and like was so kind to everyone.
Yeah.
Woody Harrelson, that man did not know where he was.
Really?
He was on the fucking moon. His publicist was following like a centimeter behind him, trying to get him through. He like couldn't tell north, south, up, down, left, right. Like, he was so high.
He's method acting because Hamish
yeah,
the drama.
no, it was. I have a picture of him, and I'm like, I don't know this man. I would not post this on the internet because I'm looking out for him.
I have a crazy picture with Elizabeth Banks. Like, she looks crazy.
I remember Elizabeth Banks passed me and your mom, and we're like, is she real? Like, she looked like a Madame Tussauds like wax figure.
That's what I thought. I'm spoiling, but when we saw Taylor Swift, I thought she was a wax figure. We'll get to that in a sec. We'll get to that. But I guess to close out my Hunger Games era, I don't know what the fuck that was. I remember the last movie came out, I sobbed in the parking lot with like a few of my friends.
Wait,
I went
after the premiere?
No. When it was in theaters.
After you'd already seen it.
Yeah, I'd already seen the movie. I went with like, I forget even who it was, but in the car was crying.
Yeah.
And I made like an Instagram post, like a 3-paragraph post.
Yeah. No, like someone in your life like passed away. Like, that's how you treated it.
Yeah. But looking back, it honestly like opened so many cool doors. How many like teenagers can say they went to a set of a major motion picture, went to like 3 world, well, I don't know if they're world premieres, but red carpet premieres and the after parties.
One thing I respect about you is you don't like things. Yeah, you don't like things in like a normal, casual way. Like, I feel like you're not like a casual fan of anything, really. Like, you're just like, even like music. Like, I feel like everything you listen to, like, you fucking like live for.
Yeah, I don't listen to like a lot of
You
like
you don't listen to a lot of different
randos.
music.
It's like I'll focus in on a few.
Yeah, and like you commit. Like Taylor Swift, you've been 5 feet from Taylor Swift. Like Hunger Games, you got flown out 1,001 times for that shit. Like you
Wow.
don't do things casually, and I respect that.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome, babe.
Love you, babe.
Real quick, I wanted to ask though, how do you feel about the Hunger Games now? Like, are you excited for the new movie?
Yes. So yeah, for those who don't know, there's a prequel coming out. The book, Suzanne Collins wrote a new book. It came out in 2020. I read it the day it came out. It was.
I haven't read it.
I want you
I
to
just
read
read
it.
the Wikipedia synopsis.
Oh yeah,
This
you
is
know
something
everything
I do.
that
I just
happened.
if I don't like want to like, because I love reading, but if I like am like not interested, which to be honest I wasn't, I'm just like I'll just read the Wikipedia synopsis.
I definitely don't. I don't know at what point it like ended. Probably like freshman year of college is when I was like, wait, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't have the same like level of craziness. But like I will be at that premiere.
Of course.
Like I will be in LA.
Let's go.
I want Lionsgate. Like hello, like
Lionsgate.
please.
We've been to one when we were not the cutest.
Right, and
Now
now that
we'll,
we're
like-
hot, I'm like hello. I still support
Well,
and
maybe
love you guys.
maybe there'll be a New York premiere.
Oh my god, yeah, I
Like,
think there
there
definitely will
almost
be one.
Always is.
But I am excited. I feel like I would be like I really did love Jennifer Lawrence. I thought she was like the perfect
I
Katniss.
still love her. In fact, like she's on this press tour now for this new movie.
Yeah.
She looks amazing. She's so funny. Her Hot Ones episode, one of the best.
She's so real. She's just real.
But I feel like when people say that, like it comes across like a little like bleh now. But I just
Oh,
feel like
really?
she's just like funny and like I guess real. Like she's just down to earth. It seems.
I was saying if like this was a prequel that somehow involved her, like I'd be 20 times more excited. But it looks so good.
The cast is amazing.
It's the same. The trailer's out. Y'all can watch it. It's the same director and producing team, like Nina Jacobson and Francis Lawrence,
Yeah.
and they slay the house down. Like Catching Fire. Honestly, like, when have we seen a bigger glow up than the Hunger Games to the Hunger Games Catching Fire?
Twilight to New Moon.
No.
New Moon's the best movie I've ever seen.
Catching Fire is literally the best movie I've
No,
ever
New
seen.
Moon.
Catching Fire is no.
Yeah. Also,
Why?
also Captain America 1 to Captain America 2 The Winter Soldier. That's
No.
a really good glow up.
No.
Yeah.
The Hunger Games first movie had no budget, like zero budget, and you can see. And Gary Ross, shout out to Gary Ross, he
Same with
established
Twilight.
the world. But that director, I don't know what he was doing, but the shaky cam.
I like the first movie.
It's good, but the way it's filmed and the CGI, it just like was not giving budget. Understandably so, because like it was they were taking a gamble. But Catching Fire, the outfits, Jennifer Lawrence's hair, like the CGI, the story, Finnick, Katniss blowing up the arena. Spoiler alert.
When she goes with the lightning, it's fucking crazy.
So good. Well, what? So you weren't really obsessed with anything like me?
Not to your level. I was like a not diehard. I was a big Marvel stan in middle school. I would say from like, I don't know, 6th grade. I forget when the Avengers came out. 2012. I was 12. On. I was like a diehard. Like I'd read the comics.
Yeah.
I went to New York Comic Con.
And your whole family like loved it.
My whole
It was like a
family loves it. Like we went to every midnight premiere. Oh, this is something I wanted to say. I feel like it was a lot more fun to be a fan of movie franchises in like 2010, like that era before streaming really, because like you'd go to the midnight premiere, people would make shirts. Like I made shirts for the Harry Potter premiere. Like
Oh my
I had
God,
like
Harry
puffy paint
Potter.
and made like shirts.
Oh.
And like that was also before you really reserved seats at the movie theater, so you had to
Yeah, you
get
had to
in
line
line. Like I
up.
remember the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield. Like me, my brother, my dad went, and we were like the first in line, and
Oh
then like
my
it like
God.
fills up like
And then it flopped. Oh,
that one.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
It wasn't
So bad. I'm sorry.
great, but I actually really like his Spider-Man. But
I love
digress.
Spider-Man. Yeah. We both love Spider-Man. One thing about me and Ash, like
we
we
love
love
Spider-Man. We have a Spider-Man poster in our apartment.
And I have a Spider-Man fetish.
Yeah, and I have Spider-Man onesie.
Ooh.
But it was so much more fun to be a fan then because it wasn't like the toxic online cultures. It was more like, oh, you're all in the movie theater, like you all like the same thing. Everyone's just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm,
I don't know. I'm kind of like nostalgic for that. Before there were like mass shootings in movie theaters and we couldn't see them at midnight anymore.
Yeah, and now it's like competitive, like amongst fans of the same thing.
Yeah, even like in the Marvel community, it's like weird now. I mean, so I loved Marvel, like saw every movie, and then when Avengers Endgame came out, I was studying abroad, and it was at the end of my like study abroad, and I was in Munich in Germany.
Oh.
So, and my two friends I was with, they loved Marvel too. So I'm like, okay, obviously. And it was like, we were also 6 hours ahead. So like, I was seeing it on like Wednesday US time or something. Like, it was like early. And I found this like random movie theater in Munich and got us tickets. And it was in English, but there were like German subtitles. And Germans are very stoic. Like, they're not very like expressive in their emotions
because of the history.
I don't I'm not an anthropologist, so I can't make that claim. But they're very stoic, and spoiler alert, when Iron Man died.
Why did they do that?
I was like hyperventilating, like to the point where I was like, the movie theater is silent. I'm like, I honestly think that's the hardest I've ever cried in my life. Like, I cried when when the credits went up, like to say the movie was starting. I started crying because like it was like truly the end of an era of that Marvel. Because now Marvel, like, I don't feel the same like passion for it. But, like, I was sobbing, hysterical. And I have a picture, like, my makeup is, like, on my shoulder. I was crying so hard.
No.
And, like, all these people were, like, staring at me. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm living for this right now and dying for it right now.
Yeah. That's so embarrassing.
But to be completely honest, like, I never had any, like, fan accounts or anything like that. But I would, like in my group of friends, like, if you like had a Marvel question, like, I could like answer, and I would watch like hour YouTube videos on like theories and Easter eggs.
Yeah, Marvel's good, but what do you think of Marvel now? Because like Loki, no pun intended.
I feel like the TV shows on Disney Plus were a greedy,
did they ruin it, you think?
Yeah, I do. I think it was greedy capitalist ploy. I don't think it was to advance the storytelling in any way. I do think, okay, I think WandaVision was really good and creative.
They should've left it at that.
I think Loki was actually really, really good. I love that story. I think Winter Soldier was okay.
I couldn't even finish it.
It was just like okay. And then She-Hulk, I watched 5 minutes. It was like, turning this the fuck off.
I saw people liked it.
No, great. It was bad. It was bad. And like now,
because you hate women.
Yeah, I'm just not into like those. And then like Doctor Strange 2, bad. Ant-Man 2, horrible. Like, I'm just not feeling it. But then Guardians of the Galaxy 3, amazing. It was amazing.
I need to see that.
But I wonder if we're just superheroed out a little. Because I saw Flash. I thought it was horrible.
You saw Flash?
I did. But I loved Into the Spider-Verse 2. It was one of the best movies I've seen in a really long time.
I need to see that.
That's an example of a sequel being better than the first one. And the first one's amazing.
Something weird, though, like the fact that it's Spider-Man and the fact that it's animated, like, turns me off.
Really?
Or it makes me feel like it loses that Spider-Man excitement for me. Like I'm like,
See,
it's not Spider-Man.
I
It's like,
think the way that they animate it is so cool that it feels like I'm watching a comic book. Like that's what I like about it because I used to read the
ooh.
comics, so I like that.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. But Marvel now, I just like, yeah, I have zero interest. I
No.
used to get really excited too. I wasn't as big as a diehard fan as you for it, but like, I was catching up with them. I was like
Yeah.
keeping up, and now I just feel like I've fallen so behind, and I don't even care enough to like catch
Yeah.
back up.
No. But
Genuinely.
I think my dad and I were talking about it. Like multiverse storytelling is a little bit of like bad writing in my opinion because it's like when someone dies, they're not truly dead. There's a different version of themselves. It's
Yeah.
just bad. This comic books did the same thing after a while. It's like no one's truly dead. Everyone comes back. There's all these Earths. It's just like hard to keep interest.
How do like bad movies get made? Like I'm sorry, but like how do maybe I'm just like so talented, you know?
Yeah.
But how can you tell or like how are you watching a movie as like a studio person or like a production person, whatever, and not know your movie sucks?
I don't know.
There's got to be like more to it, I guess.
I
but
think
like
there's like more political stuff we don't know
yeah,
about.
like studio exec type stuff. Should we talk about Taylor Swift?
Yeah, I think we've talked a lot about movie and TV. Let's go on to Taylor Swift.
So
I've been a Swiftie since first grade.
so have I.
It's just crazy because like Teardrops on My Guitar was like a radio song. And like when we're in first grade, like everyone's listening to the radio to get their music. And I remember like showing my first grade class this song and being like, I'm about to change your fucking lives. Like I showed it to them. And I would just listen. I had the like CD of it and I would sit in my room like with a stereo and I would just play it on repeat. Like I loved it.
I was shook that she was like so young. I remember having like a thought like listening to it on the radio. I was like, she's 16.
Yeah.
Like my sister's almost 16.
I
or
would think
something.
like
I was
that
like,
too.
yeah.
Oh my god, and I had really curly hair when I was little and I was like, "Oh my god, like you never see someone with curly hair." I thought it was so cool.
Babe, you look well, actually people do comment on our TikToks a lot that you're like redhead Taylor Swift.
I wish.
Yeah, you're not, babe. You're not.
Cuz
And you-
it's new. The shape of your body, it's blue.
The
feeling I got it, it's
I DM'd Taylor Nation during the pandemic for every. Okay, COVID.
Sorry,
Seriously?
it was the music.
Can you put a mask on?
No.
my God. The era of time when like COVID was like kind of wrapping up, like we were transitioning back to normal life, but you would still get canceled for wearing for not wearing a mask on the
It was
subway.
like
that weird
25%
period.
of people maybe wore a mask at that point. I was like vaccinated, boosted, and these people tried to come for me and be like, seriously, you dumb bitch. You're not wearing a mask. You wanna kill old people. Like that's what they said.
And meanwhile, this is like 6 months ago.
Yeah, like God.
anyways,
Yeah,
you guys.
okay.
What the fuck was I saying before you rudely coughed?
You DM'd
Oh,
Taylor Nation.
Girl, I DM Taylor Nation every day saying make Cruel Summer a single, like in 2020, and
now it finally
it
they
finally
must have finally
is.
opened them.
They finally must have opened them. But yeah, I love Taylor Swift. I was kind of a closeted Swiftie because it was like gay, if you like Taylor, I
It
guess, or
was.
something.
And it is.
Honestly, it is. If you're a straight female,
Okay, but it's funny because we went to the Reputation tour and I remember like there it was like
gay pride.
no, it was like
Oh.
like gay people didn't like Taylor then. That because that
No,
was
but-
after like all this, it was like very few gay people I feel like were there.
Well,
We
because
talked about it.
I sometimes think, any community, there's groupthink, and I think gay people in the gay community, there's a lot of groupthink, a lot of following, in my opinion. And during the cancellation of 2016 of Taylor Swift, we all know it. I feel like a lot of gays just hopped on it. Did that even make sense?
I feel like so many people, like a lot of girls.
Yeah,
did
no,
too.
everyone did, but it was like,
lot
but
of
yeah,
straight men.
I feel like I was about to compare like, never mind, I'm not gonna say that.
You probably should.
Yeah, I
Whatever
probably
it was
should.
gonna be.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's talk about the Taylor Swift fandom more though.
Okay, yeah, because you all know Taylor Swift, so let's talk about like the Swiftie fandom right now. I oh
Oh, hey!
excuse me. I was a little Swift talker for a little while, like at the end of my college career and into like a year ago, basically. And then I retired, and on Twink and a Redhead will like make some Swiftie stuff still, and like every now and then I'll like post something. But
Can I ask
yeah,
why did you retire?
well, I'll get there. I'll
Oh,
get
okay,
there.
sorry.
So
I'll go fuck myself.
yeah. Anyways, so I made videos. I feel like I made my brand like basically to explain this, I need to explain that there is two types of Swifties. There's a Swiftie, and then there's a cupcake Swiftie.
What's a cupcake Swiftie?
A cupcake Swiftie is very much horse girl, very much sheltered, very much offended by everything someone says, very much thinks that they know Taylor Swift, they have her on speed dial, they know how she thinks, how she feels, all this.
I will say I don't think that that's necessarily unique to Swifties. Like, I think there's just so many Swifties in the world, but like I think like from what I understand, like Beyonce has fans like that. Like,
yeah,
One Direction has crazy fucking fans that still are Larry's.
Yeah, but the cupcake Swifties, a lot of them just need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree with you. But I guess just being within the Swiftie fandom, it's just like, this is my observations, this is my experience, this is my truth.
Okay.
And so cupcake Swifties are the worst kind of Swifties in my opinion, and I would mess with a lot of them. I trolled a lot of them in a way, or I would call them out. And the reason I would call them out is because there's a thing in the Swiftie community where, Taylor Swift drops Easter eggs or whatever. But this has blown up way out of proportion since TikTok, I think. And people will come up with the most outrageous theories or debunkable theories. Like, I've been a fan like majority of her career. And so like I think a lot of these people, like some people haven't, and they'll post videos being like, this is XYZ and this is why Taylor's dropping 1989 Taylor's version right now and blah blah blah. And then a lot of it's, you just be like, there was this one instance where someone posted a picture of Taylor during Red era, and this was during like the Red Taylor's version era, like Red Taylor's version was about to come out. Someone posted a picture of Taylor in her like red getup from 2012 and tried to nitpick it and say it was from right now, and that a Red Tour movie was going to come out, like she was filming the Red Tour now. And so I was like, babe, like you can just Google image search where that picture's from, and it's not from today. It was from like the MTV VMAs or something. Like it was literally, you could just look it up. And so I pointed that out. I was blocked, reported. I was called like I make fun of people. People take
these things too seriously. But I mean, I don't even like, people believe everything they say. People think the Earth is flat, Grant.
Well, and it could be.
People like,
JK.
there are people that choose to follow Marjorie Taylor Greene on Twitter, like,
yeah, and I'm one of them.
No, people believe crazy shit. So of course, like, and I think,
but
like,
that's what's so scary. And like,
no,
Swifties are like, I mean, just an example of it. Like,
but thank God it doesn't fucking matter with Taylor. Like, thank God.
Yeah,
because
it doesn't. But then you take that mentality, and then they're gonna like, these people vote. These people like.
I know, but I do feel like people that sometimes believe these crazy theories or make these crazy theories, like, there are also probably people who are like, wow, I can't believe someone falls susceptible to like QAnon. And it's like, like, it's just like you're believing things you see online with no proof. Like, everyone should just be a little bit more critical. And I also think, and this is like just a personal preference, I'm not saying anyone's like a shitty person for doing it. I just like think it's a little weird to make like theories about someone's like personal life, like
Gaylor. Let's talk about it.
Gaylor, and then like I don't know, I even think that some of like I think Jake Gyllenhaal treated Taylor badly, but I think like even some of that stuff goes a little far for my personal taste. I don't know, I just think it's a little parasocial.
Yeah, Swifties are so parasocial. I think the Gaylor thing specifically, like, it's really crazy because I've spoken out about this on like in my Swift Talk era, and I've been called like homophobic and like all these other crazy things, but I don't. At the end of the day, like, I don't know if Taylor Swift is gay or bi or straight or whatever. Like, I don't know. And I'm not trying to investigate or nitpick clues or details to find out because I don't think that is appropriate.
I also, like, think it would be a crazy thing for someone to do to leave Easter eggs about that
to
in their
hint
music.
at their sexuality, yeah.
Like, I just think we all need to, like, come down to earth. The Easter eggs are for music. They are not for details in her personal life. And like I think she does like things like wink wink, like Dear John being about John Mayer, sure, but like that also would be like no singer ever is gonna be like, this song's about my ex-boyfriend John Mayer, Taylor Law. Like, no one does that. Of course she's not gonna. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate, and I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong, except Gaylor's are wrong. Oh my god.
No, I think the parasocial stuff is like concerning.
The misinformation, like, it sounds crazy to say that, but like when Swifties spread misinformation, whether it be theories or like fake videos or whatever, I don't think it's wrong to call it out. And that's what I do. But basically, to answer your question about retiring, I retired because I didn't I didn't want to be known as a Swift talker. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to be a Swift talker. Like, I love Taylor Swift, but that's like not the only thing about me.
Yeah.
Or like my only passion or what I want people to know about me. And then two, the community, like, I've met some great Swifties. I love
like when Grant and I went to the Eras tour, we met the most lovely people.
Yeah.
I think it's just like the online stuff.
Yeah, literally it's the online stuff, and then it's like anything. If I refute anything, oh, I just dropped something. But if I like refute an opinion, it's, I don't know, you get like attacked or like. The Gaylor thing was really, like, actually exhausting. Like, me, a gay person myself, being called homophobic for criticizing, like, someone else, trying to, like, nitpick or, like, attempting to out someone for these reasons. Like, that just felt so weird and tiring to me, and I don't want to be a part of it.
People just need to, like, calm down a little.
But I will gallop.
Yeah, like, I like the fun stuff. I like the fun trends and just being like meeting the nice people. And I'm just not as interested in the theories. Even like when people are like 1989 is coming, Rep's coming, I'm like, I'll be happy when it's announced.
It also
I think
gives
I'm like
false hope. Like, you get so excited for nothing.
But I'm also like, I'm not anymore because it's happened so many times. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll be like, speak now. I was like, it's coming at some point. And then it was announced and I was like, yay. Like, it was just like, I don't need to, like, have a million theories leading up to it, I think.
Yeah. Oh my god, we could literally talk about this all day.
I know. Okay, but we should do a whole Taylor Swift episode.
We should.
Yeah,
but this is Fandoms.
Thanks, guys.
And it was...
We have to do this topic again though, because like I'm also Harry Potter, Twilight.
Yeah. Okay, now it is time for announcements for the good of the group. Do you want to start?
Mine's brief.
Okay.
Mine's just something I've been dealing with.
What is it?
Every few months, I get fixated on a new song where I can't stop listening to a song. And sometimes it's a day where I just listen to it 30 times in a row. Sometimes it's a week where I listen to it, morning, afternoon, night.
Mm-hmm.
This most recent hyperfixation has been about a week now. Also, to give some context, former ones, Life is a Highway had a big era for me recently.
Oh, yeah.
You'll Be in My Heart from the Tarzan soundtrack recently made it up there. This past week, I am feral. I am foaming at the mouth for Scream by Zac Efron from the High School Musical 3 soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear the song, I'm just imagining the scene from the movie.
The hallway.
It is a dark and stormy night in Utah, East High. Troy, has broken into the school. He doesn't know where to fucking go for college. Is he gonna go do musical theater? Is he gonna go play basketball? Will he be near Gabriella? It's such an existential issue he's facing. He breaks into the school. He takes his shirt off at one point, I'm pretty sure. There are basketballs flying from the sky.
It's almost like a dream.
It's like a dream. His arms are out like that Jesus statue in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one.
Mm-hmm.
And and it is just like the most magical song. It like transports me through time and space where like when I listen to it, I am no longer a physical being. Like my soul is out there in the universe, like in like a liminal space, metaphysically existing. And it is amazing.
Did you even say the name of the song?
Yeah, Scream.
Oh, yeah. Scream from the High School Musical 3
So I highly
soundtrack.
recommend you guys put that on your summer playlist.
So good.
This is not sponsored by Kenny Ortega, but it should be. Because I am probably boosting those damn streaming numbers on Spotify up the fucking roof.
No, that song is so good. I had it on my purple iPod Shuffle as a kid, and
it's gonna be the #1 song on my Spotify Wrapped.
I hope it's like Scream, Life is a Highway.
It's gonna be Scream, High School Musical, stream it. What is your announcement for the good of the group?
My announcement for the good of the group: the weather's getting hotter outside. And that means y'all need to be wearing your fucking deodorant. Yeah. Please, please, please wear your deodorant. And I don't discriminate against the types.
What if it's the aluminum-free kind?
No. So maybe I do discriminate against some of the brands. But like
the method. Please. You don't care if it's a spray, a roll-on.
No, I do care. I actually do care. Please buy the blue aluminum-filled unnatural. No, not. I mean the Dove. Yeah, the Dove Men has this kind. But I'm talking like Old Spice, like blue Please wear those kinds of deodorant that's blue and like it's see-through. It's not
women's
white.
Deodorant are usually like an opaque white.
Well, please don't use those.
No,
please.
that's what all women
they
use.
don't work.
Men use the blue.
Okay. Oh, so you're discriminating now. You're putting sexes to deodorant? Really?
Well, it's not like the deodorants for women are pink. They're white.
Well, who said deodorant is for men or for women?
I've never seen
that.
Because I don't want to smell like a fucking Axe ad.
Okay. Well, anyways, people talk about the nature and like, oh, this deodorant is bad for the environment. What about the rest of the people on this planet that you're harming? Do you know what I mean?
No.
So you're gonna wear the all natural deodorant, or you're just not gonna wear it at all because you're trying to save the earth. What about everyone else on it that has to smell your dirty ass pits?
Yeah.
It's selfish. If you don't wear deodorant, especially in this weather in the summer right now, if you're not wearing deodorant, you are selfish.
Damn.
And that's how I feel about that. That's my announcement for the good of the group.
I haven't worn deodorant in like 4 weeks.
Is that what's been smelling up this damn
All
apartment.
right, so listen to Scream, wear deodorant.
Also, if you guys have announcements for the good of the group, you can DM us on Instagram at atwinkandaredhead.
DM us and I'll answer you.
We will.
Maybe.
Send us a voice memo.
Yeah, we love
And
voice
we'll play it on the podcast, you guys,
Yeah.
if you behave. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for
guys.
listening.
This was fun.
And it was so nice to meet you
It
guys.
was so nice to meet you guys.
A twink.